My hair is wet, I'm not wearing any makeup, and I'm wearing a Risk It Be an Actuary t-shirt. So that feels like the perfect time to talk about where I am actuarially speaking. It should be no surprise to most of you, since the majority of my subscribers have come from my 2 actuarial videos, that I am an aspiring actuary. Recently on one of my videos, I got a question asking, where am I in my actuarial process? For those who don't know what that means, in the same way that a lawyer has to pass the bar to become a lawyer, an actuary has to pass a series of exams with a society in order to become an actuary. I personally am pursuing a membership with the Casualty Actuarial Society, meaning that I want to work for a property and casualty insurer or property and casualty consultant, or in the property and casualty field of actuarialing. Verb. So where am I? I finished my degree in actuarial mathematics in December 2014. I officially graduated in June 2015, so now I have a Bachelor's of Science in actuarial mathematics. When I graduated, I had passed my 5 preliminary exams plus 1 upper level exam with the Casualty Actuarial Society called CAS Exam 5, Basic Rate Making and Reserving. I then traveled for 2 months to Australia and New Zealand, as you may or may not know, so I decided not to write an upper level exam in the spring sitting. Side note, if you don't know, upper level exams are offered twice a year, the last week of April and the last week of October, and each exam takes about 4 months to study for. So 2 months to study for it would have been tight. So instead, I wrote my 2 CAS modules. Online Course 1 and Online Course 2, passed both of those. I recently just took the CAS course on professionalism, and I have just applied very late for my VEEs, which stand for Validation by Educational Experience. I am currently studying for CAS Exam 6C, and I will be writing it in October 2015, which means that if I pass it, fingers crossed, these exams have about a 40% pass rate, which means like 60% of people fail it. If I do pass, then at the end of the year, I can apply to become an associate with the Casualty Actuarial Society, which is my life goal at the moment. ACAS by the end of the year. If I manage to pass this exam and become an ACAS, then I will have 3 exams left to pass. Exams 7, 8, and 9. Once I pass those 3 exams, then I will be a fellow with the Casualty Actuarial Society, which is my end goal, my long-term goal. If I pass them all on the first try, I will be a fellow at age 25, which is a decent age to become a fellow, I would think. Some people become fellows younger. I know someone who became a fellow at the age of 22. He's the youngest fellow. And then there are people who can become fellows over the age of 30. But I would say, 26, 27 is a decent age to aim to finish, but many people finish later than that. It's not abnormal at all. I realized that I didn't provide too much context for any of these exams, and you kind of have to understand what actuarying is in order to understand the exams that I'm writing in the V's and the modules and whatnot, but that is where I am right now. Professionally, I currently work for an insurance company in the property and casualty field. I work on a non-traditional actuarial team where we're doing some cool math that hasn't really been done before, and it's pretty exciting and new and innovative. And I know that sounds really weird to say new and innovative and exciting with insurance, but insurance is constantly evolving and the math behind it is really interesting because think about it. What you're doing is essentially trying to quantify the unknown. You're trying to say, okay, let me look at all of this unknown in the future. How many claims? When are we getting claims? Who to target for policyholders? It's all new, very exciting, and I really enjoy my job. In my day-to-day work life, I work mostly with SAS and Excel. I think with any actuarial job, you will need to know Excel. I could be mistaken, but I would be willing to bet that 95% of actuarial jobs or more will require you to use Excel. SAS is a very powerful program used for database manipulation. You have to write code in order to use it, and once you learn how to use it, it's incredibly powerful and a lot of fun. I personally really enjoy writing SAS code. I also write code in VBA for Excel sometimes at work, which I taught myself on the job. VBA is very easy to teach yourself because you can, 1, record macros in Excel, and 2, Google any line of code that you don't currently know how to write, because if you have the question, then somebody else on the internet has also asked the question. And I also use some in-house softwares because most companies will have their own in-house systems that you need to learn how to use, and I mean, you don't have to be expected to know how to use them unless you're working for that company. If you have any actuarial questions or any videos that you want me to make on becoming an actuary or work as an actuary or blah 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 actuary, you can let me know and maybe I'll film it or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll even care enough to put on some makeup and not have wet hair and not be in my actuary pajamas. Who knows? Just out of curiosity, are you trying to become an actuary? Let me know in the comments below. Do you know what an actuary is? Probably not. No one does. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more of my face. I put out new videos every single day the month in August because it's VEDA, and VEDA means vlog every day in August, so I'm vlogging every day in August, even when I don't have a topic. Believe me, most days I don't got a topic. But that's all I got to say. Thank you for calling. Bye!